Most of us knew there were pipelines in our area and they were silently delivering crude oil, but we really didn't know much about them for all the years they were there. That all changed in July 2010. It changed forever. How I actually found out about the spill was on TV that morning, the morning of the spill.
Crews are now scrambling to contain this spill. Tony?
Brian, a couple updates for you. We just heard word that there is a no fishing, no swimming advisory for waterways in this affected area. We know that there is oil in the Kalamazoo River, not only a sheen on the surface, but you can also see vegetation and plants along the banks have been stained with that oil.
From the very beginning, it looked like absolute devastation. It looked hopeless. It's never going to be the same, but we're trying to make it as healthy as we possibly can, because there were impacts from the spill itself as well as the response to the spill. What you don't see is the chemical insult. It's not for anyone to be able to say yet what the long-term impacts might be. And of course, there's an emotional toll, the impact on the community that is difficult to measure as well.
The river has played a great part in our history, not only our tribe, but other tribes. A big correlation, with the wild rice and the rivers and our way of life in general.
It's very little knowledge out there regarding freshwater spills. Most of it all would have to do with marine spills. For the oil spill here in 2010, we eventually got to a point where we were collecting 100 turtles a day that were impacted by the oil. Being out there in that first month in August, and the amount of heavy machinery, the amount of vegetation that was being pulled out of the river, the amount of logs that were being cut, the bulldozing, the disturbing of the sediments, you're just like, how is anything going to survive? How are the fish going to survive? How are the inverts going to survive? How are the bugs going to survive? I don't know. As a biologist, you think about those things. You think about an ecosystem and the importance of everything in that ecosystem. I really wondered